Okay, we're still working on utilizing cover out here during our firearms training, and one thing about cover is you're never quite sure what it's going to look like, all right? You always want to try and pick it, but you know, the situation may not dictate that you're able to, so we take what we can. So we're going to utilize our simulated cover again here, and you can see I've got it in a different position, and you see the cutout under the bottom here. Now, you can practice shooting over the cover, but to best utilize this piece of cover, I want as much of it around me to protect me as I can get, and we're going to use a position we call a rollover prone position. This would kind of simulate shooting from underneath a car, something that's not very high off the ground, but I still got to get a visual on my threat out there. And the way we're going to show you to get into it, I will be able to see the entire threat from underneath this piece of cover. So remember, when you're moving in and out of these positions though, keep that muzzle down range, your finger off the trigger, and if the weapon's got an external safety device on it, keep that safety engaged as you move. Once you're in position, you disengage it, you line up the sights, be sure of what your target is or your threat, and then you can engage it. So as we're moving into this position here, I'm going to go ahead and draw my weapon out and get ready to move. When I do that, again, my finger's off the trigger, my safety is engaged, I'm aware of where that muzzle's pointing, and I'm going to move down just one piece at a time as I go down. So the first thing I'm going to do is kneel down, get down on both knees, and then I'm going to plant my support hand down while I push my weapon out in front of me so I'm maintaining control over it. So I'm going to go ahead and push that down, and you can see my opening is in the cover here. So I'm going to get in position where I can engage that threat, and when I do this, I'm pretty much just laying on my side right over on my shoulder, watching my distance here from the cover so I'm not exposing too far past it, and getting set, and then get my head all the way over so I can get a visual on my threat. And from right here, I can see those targets down there all the way to the top of their head so that I'm able to engage. And I can make sure I've gotten that threat, make sure the threat is down. And then I need to move back to a standing position in case I want to change positions. So it's finger straight, safety on, muzzle down range, plant my hand down and get my legs underneath me. And then I want to come up, clearing my cover slowly, keeping my weapon between me and the threat as I make this move. And then you utilize some lateral movement so I can start scanning the area and checking for more threats. Once I've completed my scan, if I think it's safe to holster, I can holster at that time. So it's a good position to get into. If all I had for cover was a vehicle, a patrol car or something like that, I can get down and engage threats from underneath it. Remember, when you're practicing that, finger off the trigger, muzzle in a safe direction, and always control the weapon. Thanks.